On to the other stuff. So, if you guys don't know, Andrew Tate was arrested. He and his brother Tristan were arrested again. We'll go ahead and pull this up real quick. We're not going to watch the actual video, and I'm going to break some stuff down for you real fast. There we go. We'll pull the short. So, Andrew Tate has been arrested on suspicion of human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized crime ring. All right. There's been a lot of information and craziness going on about it. It sounded like you had cotton mouth. I probably did. I mean, dead ass, I get dehydrated super, super quick. Let me switch up something real fast. Okay. So to break this down, Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan were arrested again in Romania. News outlets everywhere picked this up. Everyone on the internet, of course, probably started talking about it. This is them actually being taken out of the house. Now, I hope this video shows a couple of different things here real fast. Oh, no, I think they're actually in jail at that point. Okay, it didn't show it. But essentially, there's numerous videos that are going on around it. So I want to try and find another one so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This one might be better. I'm just not going to have the volume on because I don't feel like dealing with YouTube on that copy strike. And, yeah. And we'll actually run at 125. So they go into the crib. The mansion in Bucharest was previously searched by Romanian police. Now, this is one thing right here. This is a shit video. First off, I need you to understand how crazy this is. Oh my God. Oh, because I'm not one. That's why. My tags, they're me, not others. Oh shit. Oh, that's crazy. I can't believe you put that in there. Oh my God, Nina. No honky. If y'all could. All right, let me read that. I feel discriminated against. You don't have honky in your tags. You have black, Latino, Asian, but no honky. I was putting, my what I had in there. But everybody's always invited. I mean, I don't, yeah. Yeah. I thought it was stream in general. Rip. No. I think it's supposed to be that. Honestly, I'm going to tell you right now. I think it's supposed to be that, but I just did it that way. All right, let me read chat before we go over this real fast. Messi just clarified it anyway. Ronaldo, bye-bye. Remember when you said they will cancel you if that don't work? They out you in jail for something you didn't do, and that don't work. They kill you. Neither of those things work. He on the kill part. Yo, yeah, okay. By the way, to answer your question of how I'm doing fine. However, I'm also not. All right, we'll discuss that in a minute if you want to, but I get how that is. I'm doing fine, but I'm also not. I get it. I 100% get it. No doubt. So, first off, everybody tripped out because of what they saw on this table. That is, the gun, there's swords, all kinds of shit. That's not on the table. It's actually encased in the table. There's no way to get that stuff out. So, of course, everybody was like, oh, my God, they're crazy. They have weapons and money and everything just laying all around the place, yada, yada. You know how that goes. But that stuff is encased in the table, first off. Next up, they're pulling him in on the same stuff that happened. He got the pew-pew. No, they have the pew-pews, in the crib, yes. But that stuff is actually inside the table. It wasn't laid out on the table at all. Not by any means. But damn, I just saw there's a huge delay between the stream and me. But anyway, they're pulling them back in. If we all remember the stuff that happened back in April they were essentially raided, for lack of a better term, when the young lady's boyfriend called the Romanian authorities, who then went into the home, pulled them out, but the proof was shown that she wasn't being held captive. In fact, all the CCTV footage showed that they were all in there. Her and the other girls were there partying, having a good time, dancing. And then when it came time to go and grab the food, she went outside, grabbed the food, came back inside. Now, if you went outside to go and grab food, snacks, whatever the case may be, and you were being held against your will, I don't think you running back inside. I think you are running the fuck down the road, talking to the driver, get me out of here, call the cop, do something. But that wasn't the case. Okay, this gets really, really tricky. First off, we have to take ourselves out of the mindset of Americans. All right, we have to take ourselves out of that mindset. And what I mean by that is the laws in different places do not work the same. Like Bullet said, that's that bullshit. Unless you got a sniper pointed at your head. Maybe they were not letting her go when she wanted to, or what if they held her friend to make sure she came back? Nah, that wasn't the case. Here's the situation. She didn't know the other girls that were there. There was only 3 other girls that were there. And everybody was fucking on somebody. Here's what they found out happened. Because they went deeper into it. Now, the boyfriend called her and said, "What are you doing?" After he saw her online partying in their house. She was dancing and partying and having a good ass time with the Tates. Tristan, I guess she was trying to fuck on Tristan, was what it was. Y'all know how blunt I am. She was trying to, give head like Jesus said. She was trying to, get it in cracking with Tristan. Turns around, when he talked to her, she says, "Oh my God, I'm being held here," because she didn't want to admit that she was cheating. This isn't the first time I've seen something like this. The number of times I've seen, someone lie about cheating, I can go both male or female. But when it comes to women, they will make up some shit. I've heard some of the most elaborate bullshit stories that possibly could have ever been made up just to say, I'm not out here in the streets hoeing it. In fact, it's just the same as if a girl, you ask a girl how many dudes she sleep with, and then she tells you, she's like, "Are you sure about that?" Or you ask her, "Are you sure about that?" But what about the dude that I heard you was for? "Oh, he don't count. I was drunk." Or, "Oh, he don't count. He only lasted like 2 minutes." He still stuck it in, shawty. Wait a minute. But in her head, she was just like, "Hey, look. This is what's going on." So of course he called the authorities. They disproved it. They saw the video. They saw the online video. They ended up talking to him. Whatever. She dipped off. Okay. She flew from the UK to Romania to get dicked down and got caught. That's that. But now there's 6 cases supposedly that have come up. Now here's the problem with it. All right. Here's the problem. You can actually go on to the official site of their government. If you read the document that's there, it actually says in there, they are being held and detained because these women were under the assumption of love and relationships. Possible promises made to be in actual relationships. Now, you can't make this shit up. This is directly from the Romanian police. Now, the way that they work, there's 3 different organizations that essentially work together. But yeah, because the females felt they were under the guise of a possible relationship, of love, the promise of love, different things like that. When they made this claim, it pretty much stood. And I'm like, wait a minute. How many dudes lie to get sex? A lot. I mean, you sleep with a dude and they say, I love you during it. They're not necessarily talking to you right then. It's like, oh, if you just met a dude and he just deep dived in, all right, if he just deep dove up in it and he say, I love you, he not talking to you. He talking to you down there. Like, that's what he talking about. But there's also the possibility of one of them actually claiming rape. Okay? Now, my problem with all of this, I'm not saying they did something or they didn't in this case. No one knows. But media has picked it up and run with it like fucking wildfire. I mean, they have gone mad with it. You've got people making claims against them that, well, you shouldn't be making, because the fact is, you don't know. You don't know whether it's true or not. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. That does also still stand in Romania as well. But instead, they are, of course, guilty until proven innocent in this case, in the eyes of the public, because they are hated. They are absolutely hated. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I get it. But the thing is, you don't have to agree with someone. You don't have to like someone. That's fine. You don't like them, but don't sit there and pass judgment on them. That's not your job. People like L3L3, Ethan Decline. Of course, soon as he heard it, I told you, oh my God, holy shit, I told you that's what they were. But guess what? As of today, the lawyer's been putting out information, different things like that, and he's like, no, they'll probably be out sooner than the 30 days. So technically, they were only supposed to be held for 24 hours. But there's always the possibility that you can be held longer. In Romania, the guidelines actually show that they had the ability to hold them up to 30 days as long as a judge approved it, while they went looking for evidence. It's not so much that necessarily there was evidence that was already had. It was more so a thing of they wanted more time to look for more evidence. And I can understand that, considering the amount of possible computer data that they have to actually comb through, also looking through the entirety of the house and then going and getting statements here, there, and everywhere to determine what's true and what's not. I don't care if these guys are found guilty or not. You know why? They're not a part of my life. It has nothing to do with me. What I do care about is whether or not the truth is told, whether or not justice actually prevails. We know that justice is a mess a great deal of times. And in the case of individuals like these, there's a question that arises, and that question is, can the cards be played fairly? Especially when part of the pressure to get this done actually came from the U.S. Because in the document, it actually states that the U.S. constantly contacted the Romanian officials to find out whether or not they were going to be charged. If that's the case, that kind of puts me in a situation of thinking to myself, why? Why? But then you look at what everyone in the U.S. has said about them, the media has said about them, what, governing bodies have said about them. Excuse me. They're the most dangerous thing to men, and toxicity, and all of this other shit. What have they told men? Be better men. I mean, for the most part, yes, I know. I've heard a lot of the rhetoric that they've said, but that that goes just the same as anybody else on the internet making horrible, horrible jokes sometimes. But a joke is a joke. Can't take it? Don't be on the internet. I get that. And then there's some things that might be seen as misogynistic. Okay. But when it comes to what they tell young men, they're telling young men, you don't have to run around in a fucking dress, paint your nails, wear eyeliner, fucking act like a little, what are women calling men nowadays? A bitch. More and more women, I hear them saying it. Why aren't they locked up too? I mean, I don't know. But that's just one of the thoughts I had on it. The bigger thing is, the way that this was recorded, you've never seen anything like it. What you say, puss cake is mine. Everyone just gets so strong, and I judge everyone, even though I don't say it. I think it's just a woman thing. Listen, before I get canceled right now, I was reading chat that came from a woman, okay? Please. I was reading chat. No, but I get that. Yes, they do. Women do judge a lot. I think a lot more than men do, to be honest about it. But one of the things that I noticed with this is that this video that's being taken, you never see anything like this. Never. During an active investigation, you never see this form of video, the raid happening in real time. They went throughout the whole entire house. They were showing stuff that I don't think you should actually show, because if in fact you release them, you find that they're not guilty, and you've put all of this out there, you've essentially put, the layout to their home, where safes are, where computer equipment is, certain other equipment, materials, all these other things out for the entire world to see. But to make it worse, yet again, during an active investigation, they're going to get robbed. Yeah, 100. And if I got robbed after some shit like this and you found me not guilty, if I got robbed or my life got threatened, I'm coming after everybody. I'm coming after everybody. I'd have to. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That made no sense to me. But the last thing I'm going to say on this, if they're wrong, if these guys are released, found not guilty on these charges, you just gave them all the clout on the planet. They are already, Andrew Tate alone, he's taking his brother outside of it. He is one of the most watched, most talked about, most searched individuals on this planet. If you are wrong, this is going to cause humongous backlash. You can never say anything about that man again. In fact, you're going to have to go the route that he actually said himself. He said if they couldn't lock me up, and this is what King Brian was saying earlier, if they couldn't lock me up, who knows what's next? And he came out with a video saying, if I go missing, if I'm killed, you know who did it. The agents of the Matrix, as he calls it. If they're wrong, after going through all of this, putting it out the world over, making false headlines in newspapers, on online sites, making false claims, false allegations, not even necessarily about these specific charges, but I've seen so many other things. It's insane. If they're wrong about this, There's absolutely nothing anyone can do to stop him from saying anything and everything he wants. His following is going to skyrocket, if that's even possible. It's going to make the governments, it's going to make the legal system there, it's going to make the media all look like clowns. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about it. It's wild. I mean, just the whole showing, just wild. But again, the problem I think nowadays is everybody wants to be first, hop onto something first, have something to say first. And it causes this issue where people are putting out misinformation. People are potentially defaming individuals by saying things that they don't know, whether or not it's true. And worse yet, it absolutely proves that we live in a society that believes you're guilty, even without proof. I don't know. The Oprah thing, you get sued. You get sued, everybody. Yeah, that is facts. Oh my God. You get sued. Everybody's getting fucking sued. Oh. See, but that's how media and the government is. They no longer keep stuff hush hush. They have to show everything they're doing to appease the masses. Well, all right. Well, let's take this into account. When who was it that was raided? Oh, Trump. When he was raided. You didn't see no video. You saw outside of Mar-a-Lago. You didn't see people going inside the house. You didn't see him going through his shit. You saw what they pulled out, but not in the house. Even with these idiotic dicks. Ooh, I almost said something. Family-friendly Christian channel. No, okay. Even with these turds that go and do the shootings and different things like that, you don't see them going in and raiding the houses and everything. You see these people get snatched up and thrown in. The mass shootings, like in little schools and stuff like that. If they have a couple of photos and things, the one crazy ass fucktard who had his whole place rigged to blow, I understand the photos on something like that, but it wasn't like they went through the whole place or anything. And in this case, I mean, it just proves how, like, I guess, spotlight hungry these people were. You legitimately felt you had to walk through, do this video, show off their whole spot, show everything that's in there, show where safes are, give the layout, and throw it on the internet? I understand body cam footage that you use during the investigation, but you put it on the fucking internet right after it happened? Come on, cuz. You got to tell me you're not playing a bigger narrative at that point. You cannot tell me they are not playing towards some bigger narrative. There's no way. Okay, I'm back. Heads and a phone call. Wait. I had Adrian. What? Wait, that is all. Yeah. This is not Isabel. I hate autocorrect. Their way to turn off autocorrect for typing. On your phone, that should be an option on your phone. I don't know if you're on your phone or your PC or what. You say Tate Brothers get arrested in Romania because I just got off the phone call, international phone call from my cousin in Romania. Wait, dude, that whole message, Deadlock, it's all over the place. But yeah, no, we were just talking about the arrest that happened a few days ago. Now, again, the thing is, from what I understand, there's a possibility that, either A, they'll be in there for the full 30 days, or from what the lawyer and other people were saying from inside of their circle, supposedly there's a high chance that they will be out much sooner. They appealed the 30-day, hold or whatever. The judge, of course, has to hear it. And I don't know how much more evidence has been picked up within this time frame. I think if any more evidence has been picked up during this time frame, they will not be getting out before that 30 days. But there's a possibility the judge just says, fuck it, I'm going to hold them for the 30 days anyway. But again, if they're released and all of these charges are dropped, heads are going to roll on this one. I mean, it's going to be a riot for them. Anyway, again, that's all I got on that. You guys feel free to let me know what you're thinking on YouTube. Leave your comments in the comment section or, whatever.